this is a big job. I get it. But I kind of feel like we should be having a party, dancing on the desk. We should get the booze out, tell the neighbors not to call the cops.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that? I admit I did not. I was a goody two-shoes kid. I certainly was not above pulling a fast one. My best tech prank ever. I did this when we had a family computer. Remember when y'all shared? Mm-hmm. I took a screenshot of the desktop with all the files and the folders, and then I hid all the actual folders, and I set that as the background. You can still do this. It's still a really good prank. And then you just try not to laugh when you're watching someone trying to, click all the folders, and they don't work. That's kind of what this feels like right now, because Kim's not here, and we can do whatever we want. We can throw the whole script out and just make this a completely different show. It's Friday, and this is Kim Komando Today. I am the amazing content queen for Komando.com, Ali Seligman, and I'm running the show while Kim is out recovering from eye surgery. And yes, her surgery went really well. She is doing great. As always, with me is our magnificent millennial, Matt Heffel. Matt, have you ever pulled a really good prank?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Back in pre-pandemo times, I would go into people's offices and I would take a little piece of paper and some tape, and I'd put it on the bottom of their mouse just to mess with them. And so they'd be coming back from lunch or something and they'd be like, what is going on? And I would just sit there and chuckle.
Incredible. Yeah. Incredible. That's actually a really good one. I might try that on my husband. And then we have Maddie. Now, I gotta be honest, Kim Komando is not the easiest person to work for. She is a perfectionist. She's got high standards. She wants things just how she wants them. And when we heard that she was hiring a show producer, we might have taken bets. Is this person going to last 2 weeks, 6 weeks, a couple months? But Maddie, you have been here for 6 months. And seriously, if that is not a testament to how good you are, I don't know what is.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind.
Yeah.
Who took the bets?
That is not information that I am able to share, but someone owes me lunch. Now, Maddie, I mean this in a really loving way. You don't strike me as much of a prankster.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not, but we did this morning. I did it with John, who's the IT genius here.
Yeah.
And we pranked Jeremy, who's the other IT genius.
What'd you do?
And we put a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator on his mouse, and it turned it over, and like the little red light came through.
Shining
it was really cool, and he couldn't use it.
That's kind of like a plus up on yours, Matt.
Yeah, it is. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you should do that next time. Maddie, don't tell Kim I told you this because she might be a little bit embarrassed, but I think every single day she tells me what a good job you're doing.
What? That's so kind.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I know, right? We are going to start with the news today, as always. I am going to go first with an important warning from the Surgeon General. Social media is bad for kids. Yeah, we all knew that. But hey, the Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, thought, you know what, we should just confirm this. And so they put together a new report that found, surprise, social media can be damaging to young minds. I am thinking the same thing as I'm sure you are. What took them so long to come to this conclusion?
Right? Yeah.
There are years and years of research, but still there were some good takeaways in this 19-page report. Up to 95% of kids 13 to 17 have used at least one social media platform. A third of them say that they're on almost constantly. Maybe not shocking if you have a teenager at home. This is wild. Okay, listen to this. Social media use is associated with actual changes in the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, which are parts of your brain. So social media can actually change the developing brain. Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
Yeah.
Wait, how?
That's a good question. A lot of it has to do with how you respond to things, how you read things. It changes the way that you interact with people socially. So, you see someone's like, and you get that spike of dopamine in your head, or, it just makes you want to interact with those behaviors more. About 75% of kids in one survey said that social media sites do a really bad job preventing harassment and bullying. Bummer. One found, this is maybe the one that blew me away the most. Okay, kids 12 to 15 who spent more than 3 hours a day on social media had double the risk of depression and anxiety.
Wow.
Double. Yeah.
That's not good.
And then one more, 6 in 10 girls say that they have been contacted by a stranger on social media in a way that made them feel uncomfortable.
What about adults?
Oh, I mean,
I do that.
Wait, you do what?
I mean, I'm on social media all the time.
And you have, probably not as great. The big issue here is, their minds are developing, and so it can make these lasting changes for the rest of your life. In some ways, we're a little better off because our brains are already developed for the most part, but it's still not great, right? And the big conclusion from this report is something that definitely Kim has been saying as long as I've known her, and I know well before that. Parents need to create a plan with their kids around social media and internet use. You have to teach your kids not to share private info online, not to share private things with strangers. And then what you do matters as well, because if you're on your phone or your iPad or whatever for 8 hours a day, yeah, your kid's going to do the same thing. And the report also says, this is rich, social media companies could do more to help. Of course they could. Yeah. We know that, but will they? I don't think so. Not if we just say it would be nice of you to help. Laws are really the only thing that's going to change this. So until then, it is up to you. If you have kids or teens in your life, you should share this podcast with them. Or we have an article version over on Komando.com. I really do think it's worth sharing with kids because when they see, oh my gosh, this could have a huge impact on me for the rest of my life, they might just care and it might reach them. Yeah. Also good to share with any parents in your life. Now, that was I guess, bad news alley. So Matt, little birdie told me you might have a happier story for us.
I got a good one today. Okay. All right. This is a tearjerker, so just be ready. Okay, so there's this motivational Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff star, right? His name's Zachary Darowinski. Okay. And what he does is he goes to random people that he finds in cities, asks them to tell their story on camera, and then does something nice for them. So gives them a signed jersey or money or tickets to a game or something like that. And so he was in downtown Detroit, just walking around trying to find a subject for one of these posts. And he ran into a traffic police officer named Edge. And this woman was telling her story about how her husband had just passed away and she was struggling to raise her 3 children who were under the age of 10. Oof. And, she couldn't get enough hours. She hadn't been able to take a day off for months and was just really, really stressed. And so he offered her tickets to the local Detroit Tigers baseball game. And she said, well, I can't, I have to keep working. So he went and found the lieutenant above her and asked him if she could have the rest of the day off. He approved it. He went back to her, told her this news, and then gave her the tickets and $500 in cash.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa,
he recorded, I know, he recorded her and she approved everything. And it was a really cute video that he then posted on all of his social media. And he even thought he would go one step further and start a GoFundMe, thinking that it might raise a few $1,000s and, try to help her out with some of her bills. He did not expect that the video would go this viral. 14 million views, hundreds of thousands of likes, and the GoFundMe really started to, as the kids say, pop off.
How off did it pop?
Yeah, it popped off hard. So
it popped hard?
Yes, it did. So he goes and finds her 10 days later, still working in the city, and goes and does the exact same thing. Says, hey, I want to take you to another Detroit Tigers game. She says, I can't. Goes to the lieutenant, gets the time off. They go to the game. Now, what she didn't expect was at the 7th inning stretch, he says, hey, I got to take you somewhere. And she's like, okay. And you can see this in the video online. She's a little suspicious. And they go through the catacombs of the stadium, and they go to this big door, and she doesn't know what's on the other side. The door's open, and it's to the field. And they walk out onto the field, the crowd's cheering, and he presents her with a check for $50,000 from the GoFundMe.
That was a miracle for me in that moment. And so I couldn't help but say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, man.
She immediately collapsed on the floor, started crying, and thanked everybody. And the city of Detroit actually was the main people that had donated to this GoFundMe.
Aww.
And there was actually one comment that said, I have seen this woman many times. I work in Detroit, and she's my favorite crossing guard. She deserves this so much.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Matt, can you put that video on Komando.com?
I absolutely can.
I must watch this.
Yes.
Oh, what a wonderful story. Thanks for finding that, Matt. Maddie, no pressure. This is your first news story on the Kim Komando Today podcast, and you are going to tell us about Amazon One. This is crazy. This is Amazon's palm reading technology, right?
Yeah, it's Amazon's palm reading technology. It's in Paneras everywhere now.
Like the sandwich shop?
Well, not everywhere. It's in some Paneras.
Okay.
Like the sandwich place.
Yeah.
The sandwich soup spot.
Soup place, yeah.
Well, it works like this. You put your palm under a scanner.
Yeah.
And it will you'll get your order. You'll pay for your order.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. You'll
So
get
you
your
never-
chicken noodle soup.
You never have to take out your credit card.
No, you don't.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, your palm is, if you signed up for Amazon One, your palm is already like attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you put your credit card information, I assume, in online.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put in your credit card information, you sign up, and you put in like a selfie and your ID.
Yeah, sure.
And everything you own, and you give it to Amazon, and they have it on your palm. Like you scan,
right.
you scan your palm. But it gets even weirder now.
Weirder. Okay.
Yeah. Because Amazon says it can tell how old you are. So if you're out at a bar and you need a beer,
Yeah.
like you can just go in and scan your palm.
And they'll tell you how old you are?
And they'll tell you, it won't tell you how old you are, but it will know.
How old am I?
Over 21. Right.
Yeah, it'll tell you if you're over 21. But so I was thinking, like, I'm 31.
Yeah.
And I use lotion.
Sure. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a tequila sunrise the next time you're at a bar?
I wonder about this. Yeah, I mean, I was wondering, could it tell if I was over the age of 21? But, it can.
So is this something that you set this up in the app, right? So you give it your, I guess, proof that you're 21. And then once it scans your palm print, it knows you're you.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah. So it has like all of your information attached to it. So it's not like your palm is going to be.
I thought I could tell by the wrinkles.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
that's
mean,
not
it
good.
does. Yeah. It can. I wish it could.
Yeah.
Maybe
That'd be
that's
cool.
coming next.
That's coming next.
Yeah.
It would be like, oh, you're 80. And I'd be like, oh, crap. I need to do something with my hands. I need to go to a manicure.
So Maddie, would you sign up for Amazon One?
No.
Why is that?
I mean, I don't think I would, because I wouldn't want Amazon knowing all of this information about me.
Seems like a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It already
a lot of
knows
info.
your favorite snacks and
Yeah, it already
True.
can tell how much Red Bull I order. Like, it already has all those cases. But
You
yeah,
know, now that I've gotten older, everything is finally starting to click. My knees, my back, my neck. Sorry.
That's a good one.
Yeah, channeling a little bit of Kim today. Coming up, we have some tech tips to make your life a little easier. I'm excited for this one because if you're that person, and if you are, or maybe you don't, and someone should tell you that you take really bad pictures, I have some easy tips to get better pictures at your next holiday get-together with your family. Coming up. Welcome back to Kim Komando today. Nope, I am still not Kim Komando. I'm Allie Seligman, the amazing content queen over at Komando.com. I'm filling in for Kim while she's having eye surgery. If you want to drop her a note, by the way, send her some well wishes. You can do that. Go over to Komando.com, and at the top, there's a button that says Email Kim, and she will get those. She's allowed a little bit of screen time, but we kicked her off the podcast because she needs to rest. By the way, she would be sad if I did not bug you. Go to getkim.com and sign up for our newsletter.
Do it.
The Current Tech News. We put it together every day. It's a really good newsletter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it'll land in your inbox in the morning. Again, getkim.com. It's totally free. You can unsubscribe whenever you want, but you probably won't. Yeah. Tip time. I'm going to go first. Okay. It's almost Memorial Day, 4th of July. Maybe you're taking a vacation this summer. I don't want you to be the person who looks back on your holiday photos and sees just like blurry, posed, crappy pictures. You can do better. I believe in you. And here are some easy ways that you can. Go for authentic moments. You don't just want pictures where you make everyone pose. It's very clear when people are posing, and you're going to end up with the best pictures when you take a picture of people laughing or talking together, telling stories. That's where you're going to get the best pictures. It also helps if some of your subjects are a little bit shy. Just get them when they're, acting naturally, acting naturally, not when you're saying like, okay, say cheese. If you're going to take a photograph of a group of people, eye level is good, or stand a little higher. Don't go lower because nobody looks good at that angle. But for the best shots of little kids and pets, I love doing this. Get down on their level. I take a lot of pictures of my dog, Nova, and a lot of those I take like getting down on the floor. And they're so cute because you can see like the details of their little faces, humans or pets, whatever you want. Don't forget to include yourself. Isn't it always a bummer when you look back and you're like, was I even there? You can have somebody else take some pictures or just take some selfies with your loved ones. Why not? Do it. Lighting. Lighting is very important. Overhead, fluorescent lighting, nobody looks good.
No.
You're going to have all kinds of shadows on your face. The best possible light, if you're a photographer, you know this, it is the golden hour. That's outside about an hour before sunset. So that's the best if you're waiting for the time for like, okay, let's go get our perfect shots of this trip. That's it. But if you're inside, at least try to find some natural light and make sure it's shining onto people's faces and not behind them, or they're going to be all shadowy. And then finally, when it comes to fireworks, my official take, put down your phone and watch the fireworks because you're not going to look at those pictures. You're not going to watch the videos. But if you insist, fine. Go to komando.com and we have a tip there for actual good ways to take pictures and videos of fireworks so you can tell what they are and not just see blobs of light on your phone. All right, Matt, you've got a streaming tip this week, yeah?
Yes, I do. You know, I have a Roku TV. Do you guys have Roku TVs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they're actually the most popular smart TV on the market right now.
Really?
Yes, they are. So they're incredibly cheap. I was at Costco the other day. I saw a Roku TV 60-inch for like $300.
Oh, boy.
For a TV.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I was like, that's pretty amazing.
That's a deal.
I just have to do this. We know why they're so cheap, right?
Yes, because they have ads on the home screen, but I have the solution for you. So pay attention for the next 5 minutes.
All right, cool. What you got?
There's 3 different secret menus that I'm going to tell you about. There's a dozen more, and we'll get them all written up over on komando.com. I do not expect you to memorize all of these steps. We'll get it written up and over there on Komando so you can do it all at your leisure. The first one is how to find out why your TV is glitching. Why is it freezing? Why do I feel like it's always like buffering and not getting through the favorite show or stopping right when that crazy thing's about to happen? Well, there's actually a secret menu that's just for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to press on your Roku remote the home button 5 times.
What?
5 times. Then you're going to press up, down, up, down, up.
And think to yourself, there's no place like home.
Oh my gosh, is this Mario?
It's like Mortal Kombat from the 90s, right?
What's it going to do?
So this will take you to a secret menu that then you can see the connection to your Wi-Fi, how fast that is. There's actually a thing called a glitch rate on a Roku that'll show you how much that's happening. And you can also see if you have an antenna connected to your TV, how strong that connection is. So you can see all these things in one place.
Okay, so
I'm gonna do
power
that.
5 times, up, down, up, down.
Home button, not power.
Oh, sorry.
Home button, and then up, down, up, down, up.
Okay.
So 5 of them.
Okay.
And that's really handy. I did that this morning on my TV and I was like, oh, nice.
Nice.
All right, now the one, that's the really good one. How to get rid of that annoying ad on your home screen.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Okay, so what you're going to do is, again, home button 5 times, and then it's up, right, down, left, up. So in a circle, up, right, down, left, up. And then it'll bring up a menu, and it'll kind of look confusing, but it will say images and ads. You're then going to find where it says cycle scrollable ads, and click OK until it just says always disabled. Boom.
What?
You don't have an ad on your
Do
Roku
that.
anymore. I did that this morning too, and I was like,
Is
nice.
it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
That's incredible.
What?
No more ad. I know.
I hate that ad.
I know.
For everyone thinking like, okay, home, up, down, go to the website, search Roku, and we'll show you how to get to the menus. What's the last one?
I have one more. Now, if you really mess up and you downloaded a whole bunch of stuff that you do not want on your Roku anymore, there's a way to factory reset it from a secret menu. Okay. Again, home button 5 times. Then it's the fast forward button 3 times and the rewind button twice.
Be kind, please rewind.
Right? And then in this menu, you can factory reset it as well as check if there's any software updates. So you can update your Roku and make
nice.
sure everything's up to date. So
All
pretty
right.
handy.
Those are really cool, Matt.
Yeah.
How many people are about to go like turn off their Roku TV ad?
Yes.
I'm about to go do that and I'm not home. I will go do that now.
All right, Maddie, your turn with a tip. And this is a good topic, not one we talk about a lot here, online dating.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been single for a while
Okay.
and online dating is hard. There's lots of like dudes with fish pics.
Yeah.
Not the other word. But yeah, they're strange.
It's a creepy place.
The world is weird.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky. You got 2
Yeah,
good ones.
I've been married for forever. We just had our 14th wedding
Yeah,
anniversary.
congratulations.
The other
What?
day. Yeah, 14 years.
That's crazy.
I know. So I never ever online dated. So I'm always a little bit fascinated when people talk about.
It's terrible. You're not missing out.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but if you want to get like a good catch,
Yeah.
there's some tips.
Okay.
So the match group That's the company that owns Tinder, OkCupid, Match.com. They released a report not too long ago about all of the pictures and all the stuff you should really put on your profile to get a good match, not someone who's a little weird.
Okay.
Sure.
Not strange.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of them.
To reiterate, Maddie does not love online dating.
I don't. There's so many different ones too. Now there's like Facebook dating.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the weirdest.
Ugh. I don't even want to use Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I kind of like Facebook Marketplace. You can get some good stuff on there. Well, they say you should share pics with your cat, dog, animal, because it makes you look responsible.
Okay.
You should share a full body pic just so people can check you out.
Sure.
See what's really going on in there.
And probably not from like a decade ago.
Yeah, not a decade ago. I'm guilty. If you wear glasses, you should put those on. It makes you look smart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what about all the things you shouldn't put on?
Yeah.
Like, what should you not put on your dating profile? And so these are the things. You leave out any comments about things you hate. So if you hate like Billy Joel, which I do, you shouldn't put that on there.
Yeah. Negative.
Yeah, because it seems negative, and who like really cares about that? Avoid a sense of resignation. So be like, if you're saying, I hate being on this app, I hate everything.
Do people post that?
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Actually, like every other one. Not really. I just said that.
But a lot.
But a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody hates being on the apps. We
Oh,
all
so
do.
it kind of goes without saying. So
Yeah.
like be positive. Okay.
Yeah, be positive.
Okay.
And no self-deprecating remarks like, I'm not a supermodel, but you should date me. Not a lot of people are supermodels, and
Confidence.
be confident.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are some
like
really
that.
good tips.
So no creepy selfies.
Yeah.
We're talking like the angle where you take it from,
Below.
below.
Yeah. No creepy selfies. I think mirror pics are bad.
Very 2007 is a mirror pic in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
It'll
I'm
come
gonna
back.
have-
It might come back.
Maybe.
Yeah. If you like little tips like this, which I do, this is one of my favorite things to put together for the podcast. You should listen to Kim's other podcast, Daily Tech Update. 2 minutes a day, you get a tech story of the day and Kim's take on it, and a little life hack like this. You know what else takes 2 minutes? Brushing your teeth.
Oh,
Coincidence?
I think not.
Coming up, I have the What the Heck headline this week. It's a good one. Matt is going to tell us what the internet's talking about. And then there's the joke at the end. And Matt, you're on duty for that. What do you
Yeah.
think this week?
Oh, it's solid. 8.
Ooh.
8.
8?
Confident.
You're not the most trustworthy, but I'm glad to hear it.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back to Kim Komando Today. I'm Allie Seligman, the content queen over at Komando.com. Do you guys think I should put that on my LinkedIn? Right now it says content director, but that sounds so boring.
Oh, I
should
like
put
the
content
queen.
queen, yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
Crown emoji? Oh, man.
Yeah, crown emoji queen.
Kim is hopefully in bed right now. She is supposed to be resting because she just had a cornea transplant that went very well. You can send her your happy thoughts. Go to Komando.com. At the top, it says email Kim. She gets those all herself. And I know that she's using some of her screen time to read her emails. Okay, the What the Heck headline. Lucky me, I get to do it this week. I love this one. I can't get it to stop. DC woman says she has been plagued by Amazon deliveries addressed to a stranger.
What?
Who's the stranger?
Her name is Liz Geltman. She has lived in DC for like 30 years, but since last fall, she has started getting packages that she didn't order. And not just like a few things. I think at this point she's up to like 80.
What?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, she said she got 35 boxes delivered in 1 week. 7 of those in one day. She said she opened her front door and it was like a double stack, like she couldn't get out the door.
That's a lot.
Is it someone with the same name?
It sure is. Thanks for asking. Yes, it is someone named Meng Xian Kun. She said, I don't know this person. So, of course, she's called Amazon and said, like, can you please stop delivering these? These are not for me. No, they did not stop it. She has tried to ask the drivers, can you please take these back? Nope. Once they're off the truck, they're yours. Amazon told her, you know what? Just keep them. So she keeps getting these packages. She opens them up. Almost all of them, this is the weirdest part, contain children's bedding.
Just a ton of children's bedding?
Yep. So it's not even anything good, right?
That's
It's just,
creepy.
Wait, why?
I have no idea. I don't know. So she has been going down to Whole Foods to return these because she can't get Amazon to take them away. I don't even want to take my own returns back. And this lady is like schlepping a bunch of Amazon boxes. She went on a local news station and then, surprise, Amazon contacted her and said, "We are so sorry about this. We are going to come pick up these packages and they're going to try to stop the delivery." And by the way, after that interview, she got 9 more boxes.
Wow. But like Ming isn't getting what she's not getting what the other Ming isn't getting what she needs.
Well, why does she need so much children's bedding?
Maybe she's
the
got a
real
lot
question.
of children. I don't know. You know, those are all the details I have. And frankly,
I think we should research this.
Yeah.
I want to find Ming.
you know, you're really good at finding people, Maddie. That is one of your, Kim calls you the great Medini because you always manage to like pull some magic out. And that's one. Like, you're really good at finding people. So I think you should be on the case.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find Ming.
Okay. I would love that. What did the blanket scream as it fell off the bed? Oh, she.
That's good.
I'm not Kim, but I'm doing my best. Matt, what is the internet talking about?
You know, sometimes I have some really fun topics for this, but this week we're going to talk about HBO Max, okay? It's what's trending right now. Everybody's talking about it, and people really need to know what's going on. So it's been kind of weird. Over the last 4 years, HBO has changed the name of their app 5 times. It was HBO Go, HBO Now, then back to just HBO, then HBO Max, and now it is just Max. So
No HBO?
they're having some kind of identity crisis, I swear. At some point, we're going to be like, oh, the app formerly known as HBO Max is now, and then, it's just a Greek letter now,
Yeah,
like
it's a
Prince,
symbol.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is Max? Max is their new format because they got bought by Discovery, right? So it's a culmination of both the Discovery Plus app and the HBO Max app, and now it's just called Max.
Okay.
But there's actually some really interesting good stuff on it. I'm not going to sit here and sell you on the app. That's not what I'm trying to do. But if I was to be honest, there's some really good shows on there. I mean, if you had HBO, you know this. There's Succession, there's The Last of Us, there's The White Lotus. There's a ton of HBO shows that are really good. But now you're also getting all that Discovery stuff. So do you like The Property Brothers? Boom, that's on HBO. Do you like
great.
Dr. Pimple Popper? Not me.
No.
but
Love it. Love it.
some
Do you
people
really,
do.
Maddie?
Yeah, it's such pleasure.
Oh my gosh, I hate it so
No,
much.
it makes me cringe. But some people do like it. Now it's on HBO. You go watch it in HD on your HBO or on Max
In
app.
HD?
Sure.
Better.
My personal favorite is Mythbusters. Do you remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Every single season is now on Max.
How does
And
that
so
hold up?
It's solid. It's solid.
Love it.
I recently started rewatching it once I downloaded Max, and it's fantastic. Speaking of, if you have the HBO Max app, you are going to have to get a separate app called Max. Now, it's not going away for a few months. The HBO Max app is not going to all of a sudden tomorrow turn off and stop working. But they do say in the next few months, they will slowly transition everything to the Max app. So you're going to have to download the new app on all the devices. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is.
I assume there's some kind of prompt on your phone or on your TV when you open the old one
Yes.
to get the new one. Okay.
Exactly. And the good thing is that it will, if you have do not delete the app until you have Max as well.
Okay.
Because if you have them both on your device at the same time, it'll automatically transition over all your information, your account, your passwords, all that stuff. So you don't have to re-enter all that stuff.
Nice.
So many
How much does Max cost?
That's what I was about to talk about. So you might be thinking, well, this is new with all this new content. It's got to be more. Well, for the time being, it's the same as HBO Max was. So it's $15.99 a month for the ad-free version. They do have a ad light, they call it, version that has some ads. That's $9.99. And then they have the ultimate ad free, which just allows you to watch on 4 devices instead of 2. That's $20. So
Okay. You know what? $15.99, is that what you said?
yeah,
That
and
for HBO plus Discovery, that's actually not that bad.
that's not too bad. They say they're not raising prices, but in the fine print on their announcement, they said we're not raising prices till November.
So sign up now.
I would recommend watching everything you can in the next few months. So
I think the most expensive, if we're not talking the ones that add live TV, the most expensive just streaming is Netflix Premium. That's
Yeah.
like $20 a month. Hulu with no ads is about $15. And I have a little pro tip for you. If you go through the process of canceling, it's easiest to do this on your computer, and you say it's because it's too expensive, they'll almost always offer you another, take a month free. We'll give you a lower rate. Not Netflix. They don't do it. They don't care. But a lot of the other ones do.
Interesting.
So, worth a try. What's it called when you Netflix and chill, but you illegally downloaded the movies? Pirate and booty.
But pirate, that was a good one, Matt.
Coming up, we're going to try to make you laugh again. We ran a little contest in our newsletter, The Current Tech News. Go to getkim.com. And we have some of the best answers from that. And Matt is on joke duty. He says an 8. I am skeptical, but let's go with it. Welcome back to Kim Komando today. Once again, I'm not Kim Komando. I'm Allie Seligman, content queen over at Komando.com, filling in for Kim while she is recovering from eye surgery. We had a really fun story in the Current Tech newsletter recently. If you don't get it, one more time, I'm asking you go to getkim.com and sign up. And it was all about the new top-level domains that Google introduced. A top-level domain, just so we're all on the same page, that's like .com, .org, .edu, the end of a URL. Mm-hmm. There are like 1,600 of these, which I didn't realize until I was researching for these stories. And there are some really weird ones. There's .bible, who knew? There's .eat, .guitars, .horse, .kim, which I thought was funny, .lol, .pizza. I would love Allie.pizza.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
.skin.
Ew.
Perhaps my favorite, .wtf. But these new ones, okay, they are .dad, .esq, like Esquire, like a lawyer, .prof, P-R-O-F, professor, .phd, .nexus, .foo, F-O-O, .zip, and .mov. So we asked you in the Current Tech News, give us your best website URL using one of these extensions. And we're going to give the winner a $25 gift card because it pays to read our newsletter.
Yeah.
Man, Matt, you get the submissions for this and you got thousands, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I set up a Gmail filter, which if you want to know how to set up Gmail filters over on Komando.com, but nevertheless, I set up a Gmail filter so that they'd all go into a single inbox. And I think last time I looked, there was about 940 of these submissions.
Okay.
Dang.
So you gathered some of the best, yeah?
I went through a lot of them and was able to gather some of the really funny ones that I personally found funny. So I'll go through those with you.
Okay.
The first one is, who's your daddy.dad? That one, not bad. This one was good. This is smart. The nutty.prof. I like that one. Yeah.
Good one.
This one, I didn't think anybody would be able to make one with this ending, but how do I get a .phd?
That is so smart.
That's awesome.
This one's kind of similar to one that you came up with, Allie. Who to fool? Who to .fool? That was pretty good.
We had one that was I pity the foo.
.foo. Yeah.
I pity the fool.
Then there's one I gots to .mov. I gots to .move. I gots to
move.
Yeah.
Love it. Good.
Maximov, which is maxa.mov. It's pretty good. This was one of my favorites. Luke, I am your .dad.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's good.
That's the winner.
Hold on. This one's my favorite.
Okay.
You forgot to .zip.
That is
Damn,
genius.
That's sick.
I like that one.
I love that. That's really good. We're going to have to, do our official Komando voting. I don't know. We'll make it official, right? But those are really good. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Matt, for sharing. It is time for the joke. Maddie, I want you to pay special attention here because next week, this is going to be up to you. And this is a really important part of the podcast. Now, this is a little like behind the scenes podcasting. We'll call it 202. The whole point is we are going to end the podcast on a really high note, right? We want to leave the listener smiling. Maybe we can make them laugh. And then when they're done, they're going to say, man, I just love that Kim Komando Today podcast. And maybe they'll even tell somebody about it. So Matt, show us how it's done.
Okay. I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. No.
That's the 8?
No. That's not the 8. Hold on. Okay, here's the 8. That was just my warm-up. That's my warm-up. Okay. So there's a guy and he's going, it's a gorilla and he's going into the store with his giraffe friend. And no, they're going to the gym.
I'm going to stop you there.
Shoot.
Maddie, that is what we call a master class in what not to do. Do you think you could do like a little bit better than that next week?
I don't even know.
I think you can.
Because you're just confused by those jokes.
They were good. I like the setup was good, but
He can do better. You can do better. We can all do better.
I could try.
Yeah. You know what? I know that I said maybe we'd go nuts and throw out the script and whatever. Kim wouldn't even listen because she's recovering. But I think we did really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm going
That's
to
fun.
send this to her. Yeah, I'm going to make her listen. I think she'll be proud. And because she's not here, I think we should talk about her a little bit.
Yeah.
We talked about, yes, Kim Komando, tough lady to work for. But I don't think most people realize just truly how kind Kim is. And I mean that completely genuinely. There are not a ton of people in my life that I know for a fact, if I called at like 3 a.m. and said like, I really need help. Can you help me? Kim would be there. I know she would.
Yeah.
Also, Kim is the kind of person, she goes to mass every Sunday. And I know that because I email her many Sundays and I get back like, sorry, Al, I was in church. I'll get this soon. She's a wonderful lady.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we work for her.
You know, when I first started working here, we had our like first company lunch, which was Chipotle, I remember correctly. And I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to do. So I sat in the laundry or in the kitchen area, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll go sit with Kim. So I sat down with Kim, and she immediately started talking to me, asking me about my life, sharing her stories about her son, and just treating me like I really belong. So it made me feel welcome, and it was kind of a nice little intro to the company.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like a very giving person.
totally.
She's down to help anyone, and you, like that's evidence of this like whole radio show and podcast. Like,
Right? Yeah.
I mean, she's here to help, and she's helped me a lot. I've only been here for about 6 months, but you know, she's taught me how to write, and it's been great. So
Aw.
we hope you get better soon.
Yes.
Quick
Rest up
recovery.
that eye, Kim. We can't wait for you to come in here and see us with your 2 eyes.
You know what you can do when you can't open your eyes? You can listen to podcasts.
Hey, like Kim Komando today. Yeah. Thank you again for being here. For Matt and for Maddie, we'll see you next week.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.